This is Ron Smith. So a few weeks ago at Carolina Beach, something pretty exciting happened.
Look now from Carolina Beach. The National Weather Service issued a coastal hazard statement due to an increase in shark activity here. The Weather Service says Carolina Beach Ocean Rescue reported several shark sightings. That warning coming on top of the high risk of rip currents here as well.
Even if there were no fins visible, it was clear beachgoers needed to call it a day. People doubtlessly packed up and headed home, thinking about the close call they'd had with an apex predator. But then, a mystery unfolded.
Riley Kehoe went to the Carolina Beach today to see what's going on with the sharks there. Riley, did you see any sharks in the water when you were there?
I did not, and the town's ocean rescue says neither have they.
Stephen Pfaff, the meteorologist-in-charge at Wilmington's National Weather Service office, he let us know what happened. Someone appeared to have called in some fake shark sightings on behalf of Carolina Beach Rescue Association. There isn't much to say regarding the issue, he wrote in an email, and we are still looking into the source of the report. We constantly deal with a fog of war regarding information that we receive, from faulty observations to a lot of misinformation on social media and bad actors who report tornadoes and other items. We meet annually with our lifeguard partners, and this will be a topic to ensure the best in beach reporting moving forward. A false alarm. No sharks, just confusion. This is Shoresides, where we tell stories about coastal North Carolina. Today, we talk more about what happened. When we actually talked to Steve about the shark alert directly, it was tricky. Emails led to calls to platform hops from Zencaster to Google Meet, and we should be up and running. A scramble plagued by weird squelches and dropouts.
I can make out some of it. I get a lot of feedback.
Okay.
That's squelchy sound.
Oh, it's like a what sound?
Like squelch. Like one
Weird. Maybe it's because let me move some stuff around. Ultimately, the connection failed. I've lost most of our interview, which is a pity because Steve, he was really insightful.
And, finding out the best way to message things or display things in a way that most people can understand, because that's where that effective communication piece is so huge. I can't blurt out terms like, well, the helicity is increasing in the vicinity of a supercell thunderstorm, therefore we issued a tornado warning for parts of New Hanover County. That sciencey blurbs of getting into why what we're doing, you might sound important, but really the action that we would like people to take is the most important thing. So why confuse a message in those terms?
So they craft messages. What to do if you're caught up in a rip current? What to do if you see someone else caught up in one? Clarity is survival.
So that's one of our big challenges. And it's come a long way. And I've been in this agency 31 years, 27 years in Wilmington. And I've seen a lot of technology change over the years. So the models change. I've seen the technology change. I've seen lots of different things, equipment change. But one thing that is changing for the better is, obviously the technology, the research operations and those things, but the depth and scope of partners that we have. It's so important. It can't just be the media.
However long we got to talking in our brief crackling connection, something bigger emerged. This network is everything. Lifeguards reporting surf conditions, a local family, Steve told us, who've been taking daily weather observation for the NWS for 75 years, volunteers spotting tornadoes, scientists sharing data. It was a tiny glimpse into a massive, invisible machine.
It can't just be emergency managers, can't just be the academic world. It's got to include community organizations. It's got to include public schools, and think of outreach and all the people that we impact and teach.
It's a fragile but vital web because the dangers are constant and often silent.
We had a rip current drowning at Pawleys Island on Sunday, and it was an ex-police officer tried to do the right thing, and it was on the beach. Saw people in trouble, tried to do the right thing, and your instincts kick in, your heart kicks in, and tried to make a rescue, but ultimately didn't and drowned as a result of those efforts. We see just a rip current hazard. Specifically, we see 27% of rip current drownings in the Carolinas are a person safely on the beach that sees someone in trouble and tries to do the right thing, but is not equipped. They don't have lifeguard training. So we can learn a lot from these sad statistics on how to better message things. So I have messaging for someone who is in the rip current and what to do, and I have messaging for someone who's on the beach and know what to do.
And hanging over it all for Steve is a deeper anxiety. He lived through Florence, a Category 1 that stalled and drowned the region. Wilmington, he knows, gets smacked by a major hurricane roughly every 15 years. It's been longer. The next big one is coming. When it does, that entire network lifeguards the family with the 75 years of records, volunteers, scientists, partners in the community. The NWS office itself will be thrust onto the front line again.
Steve, can you hear me any better?
I can hear you quite well.
Can you hear me? You sound real good right now, yeah.
Okay, great. I don't know what that was.
A false shock alert is a blip, a squelch on the line, but it reveals the sheer weight carried by this small office on the Carolina coast, responsible not just for predicting the storm, but for teaching us how to survive it. Thanks for joining us.
Shoresides tells stories about coastal North Carolina, thanks to National Weather Service Wilmington. Learn more about Shoresides at w.shoresides.org.